So, want to air some grievances?
Wow. You have to get up, do what they do. But that was insane. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Come on! I make go records, baby. I'm liking this.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Hawks Recap. My name is Clay. Thank you for tuning in. Blackhawks playing their 38th game of the season. It's on Festivus. It's on my birthday. Last game before the Christmas break. They come into it riding a bit of a high. 2 straight wins against the Jets and Avalanche. Pretty good. 3 wins out of the last 4 games. Pretty good. But that all means nothing when it comes to this particular day, especially as of late. Blackhawks lose to the Devils. Yes, the Devils. And it wasn't even close. 7-1 is your final score. Now, as I mentioned, this date, December 23rd, hasn't been too kind to the Blackhawks as of late. Now, if you look over the entire 30 years of my existence, they've actually done pretty well. They have a good record, and I really can't complain about it. They've won 12 times, they've lost 6 times, they've lost an additional 2 times in overtime, and then they've had 1 tie. But lately, it hasn't been very good. In fact, the last time the Hawks have won on this day was 2013. 2014, they lost. 2015, they did not play. 2016, overtime loss. 2017, lost to New Jersey. 2018, loss. 2019, today, loss. So yeah, the struggle has been real as of late, and I'm beginning to think that there's no such thing as a Festivus miracle. And that's just sad and depressing. I mean, think of the children. So I could go through this game period by period, goal by goal, recap the game kind of like I usually do in these videos, but I'm not going to. Not today. Not on my birthday. And not when the Hawks get Braziled. Remember, Germany beat Brazil 7-1 in a World Cup a couple World Cups ago. It was in Brazil, so a lot of natives were very sad. There was a lot of people crying in the stands. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this loss for the Hawks is of the same magnitude, and you cannot convince me otherwise. So let's start off by looking at some fun stats. Blackhawks gave up 72 shot attempts to the Devils. Blackhawks gave up 44 shots to the Devils. Blackhawks gave up a season-high 21 high-danger scoring chances to the Devils. I'm sorry, did I say fun stats? I meant f***ing awful stats. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. That is bad in a vacuum. Let's sprinkle some context on this. The New Jersey Devils had 31 penalty minutes in this game and still registered 44 shots on goal, still registered 21 high danger scoring chances. The Blackhawks had 7 power plays, and not only did they have 7 power plays, but the Blackhawks power play was so bad that they went 0 for 7. And not only did they go 0 for 7, they looked like dog doo-doo on all 7. And not only did they look like dog doo-doo on all 7, they gave up a shorthanded goal on one of them. Oh boy, that is bad. Now, if you can believe it, the Hawks actually looked good in the first period of this game. They were the better team. Now, it helped that they had power plays, and the New Jersey Devils couldn't really get anything going, but that was kind of self-inflicted on their part. But the Hawks, I mean, they looked like a team coming off 2 straight wins, a team that had won 3 out of their last 4. They looked good, and even though they were tied after one period, they looked like they would eventually just pull away in this game if they kept playing like that. But little did we know that there was a dump truck full of suckage coming. The Devils would score 4 goals in that middle frame of suckiness, and then an additional 2 goals in the third period. They would score 7 unanswered goals in this game. No response from the Blackhawks to be found. Just mind-boggling. Now, I've defended a good chunk of losses this year by the Hawks because they've been close losses, 1-goal losses or 1 goal and then a late empty netter. They've been competitive, and sometimes, some seasons, you struggle with those close games. But at least they're competitive. At least you have a chance to tie the game, to send it into overtime, to win it. You have that chance. But in games like these where you get blown out, and it's one thing to get blown out by teams like Colorado or the Blues, as much as I hate to say that, but you know what I mean. Good teams will occasionally maybe blow you out, especially if they just have a really good offensive talent. It's another thing to get blown out by a team like the Devils at home. Like, that's just unacceptable. Straight up unacceptable. Ultimately, tonight is just another reminder that you cannot take games off in this league. Everyone is a professional, and if you take a game off against professionals, you're going to get smoked. Doesn't matter where they are in the standings. Any team can beat any other team any given night. Any given night, Hawks can go and beat the Avalanche. We saw that. Any given night, the Devils can go beat the Hawks. We saw that. And that's why I stand by my statement in that I still believe that the Avalanche are the best team in the West when healthy. One game against the Hawks doesn't change that. Also doesn't make the Hawks a playoff team by beating the Avalanche in one game. Doesn't make the Devils a playoff team by beating the Hawks in this game. But the Hawks coming into this one with 2 big wins, momentum, at home, against a team like the Devils, and then just blowing it, that's disappointing. That's sad. That confirms that you're not a playoff team. So yeah, I'm done talking about this game. I've given it more attention than it really deserves, honestly, especially today out of all days. So let's talk about something that's not so depressing. I've got a couple best of decade videos coming up in the next couple of days before 2020 hits, obviously. Those should provide a nice trip down memory lane. A lot of good moments the Hawks have provided us over this past decade. And it's good to look back on those and remember those good times, because we got to experience an era of Hawks history that will most likely never be matched or duplicated. This was the best decade in the history of the Blackhawks, and it provided some great memories. So many great memories that it's been really tough narrowing down the list to like top 10s. It's been so tough, but it's been really fun doing it. So look out for those. I really hope you enjoy those. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate that as always. But most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions. Happy Festivus, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, happy whatever you celebrate. Celebrate it with good food, good friends, good family. Enjoy it. Enjoy the time. And I'll see you next time.